Now I can tell the story shameless.
I better find your loving, I better find your heart.
What it do, gang gang, what it do? Hey, what it do, gang gang, what it do? Hi, darling, hi, babies. Guys, to anyone who's new to my YouTube channel, I go by the name of Tshiamo Ngwenya, and that's home per, baby, that's home per. To the subscribers, welcome back, but darling, to your homes, okay? Guys, I am very excited, I am very happy, and I look very scrumptious, okay? Yo, guys, and to think, okay, so first thing first, right? I missed you, let's start there. And I'm recording at odd hours, so it's at night. So I'll try to not be as loud because I'm a very mindful person, okay? I'm gonna try having to be unnecessarily loud because I know how it gets. But if it happens, just know I couldn't help it. It's not in the plans, okay? And also, can we take a moment and appreciate this goddess, this gorgeous look? Please, no filter here. What are you saying? I look so hot and I'm very proud that I did this. Yes, I am a makeup artist. Y'all better book me, okay? Y'all better book me. I'm very happy with my work today. It came through. And to think that I'm not going anywhere, I just did it for the sake of, honestly, creator content. I was very crazy about this new sound that I had on TikTok, and I was like, how about I hop on this trend? And it actually happened. Guys, please, if you want to check it out, please make sure, please also like follow me on TikTok and Facebook, you know, and Instagram. I'm available there. My socials would be at he's7off_them or Tshiamo Ngwenya. You'll most definitely find me. I know I need to maintain same name, same consistency, but such is life. So I'm on brand with that, lovey. So yeah, guys, without having to brat too much, okay, I know I mean, for the obvious reasons, most of you are here because you love the gossip, alright? I'm not mad at that, but please make me a favor, because I'm well aware that you very much enjoy my content, you're consuming it, you know, you fucks with it. However, guys, not enough people are actually like reacting to it. I need their engagement. I can't reiterate or emphasize that enough. I really need the engagement. I need the liking. I need the subscribing. I most definitely need the commenting. Not to forget you being a newbie and not having to subscribe. Unjani Sana, why would you do me like that? Like, do you hate me that much? Do you hate me that much, sis? No, please, babes, do not do that, okay? Please. Y'all know there's no story time without, I almost said a stiff drink, but in this case I'm having Bahama and the flavor peach. This is lovely. Most people are complaining about it being sweet, but house I listen about Taswana sport, so I understand what percentage. In mixing, if anything, mix this with the bottle, you'll reach the goal. You understand that? You'll reach the ultimate goal. Okay, guys, let me stop blubbering too much, okay? Let me tell you the ndabas. As you have seen by the title of this video, let me get my straw real quick. As you have seen by the title of this video, this story time would be about my ex who I got to discover he was cheating on me. Very interesting, I tell you. All of the people that have dated me would actually attest to this. I have one policy rule. I'm gonna say one policy rule because to me, like, not policy as per se, but I have one rule in my relationship, right? Your phone is your phone, my phone is my phone. For as long as I've never given you the benefit of the doubt, or I've never gave you reason for you to can doubt me, I don't see a need why you should be snooping in my phone or be busy with my phone like that. To understand that, Because at the end of the day, let's not take away from the fact that this is life, guys. Everyone has past histories and everyone has a history in general. Some of us, I'm not built to be one where if I get into a relationship, the first instant that comes to mind is delete old messages because now you're in a relationship. And knowing some gents, and they're very shallow, small-minded, small dickly, I'm joking, but small-minded gents, I know Mot will hold it against you you were flirtatious in your past, which is very wrong. Everyone has a past. It doesn't necessarily have to be good entirely. I mean, what's the point of leaving? Anyways, I'm digressing, but let's come back, okay? So I have one rule where my relationships are concerned. Your phone is your phone, my phone is my phone. However, if it rings, I can pick it up and not answer it, but pick it up and call your name. Should you not respond, I'll let it ring until it goes to voicemail. The reason why I'm doing that is because I'm trying by all means to respect the other person's privacy. Because now we know phones have to be one of the things that really tarnish and finish and clar the relationship. Phone ke kotsi, and I wish more people could realize phone ke yona e shakang the relationship. Like phone ke yona e etsang man foundation is kaba strong, like it's the test of times. Why does the phone ke kotsi? But anyways, so let's get on to the gossip, right? So you guys, I had to take a small break and kuzube shisha, so I feel a bit high. I hate so much, but I love it also because now I can tell the story shameless. Okay, so let me take a drink. Let me take a sip. Oh, so where did it all begin? So as per usual, I got a DM from Facebook, and when I got a DM, this guy texted me, "Hi, let's call him Jim." Yeah, Jim. It should work, right? So, I was chatting to Jim, and in a short span, okay, first thing first, when I get a text, I feel like a lot of people do this right now. When I get a text, I decided to go through this guy's profile, and I was impressed with what I saw. First thing first, he looked gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie, I have a thing for gorgeous men that smell good, that look good. On account of a guy looks good, they smell good, they understand. Obviously that I didn't get to experience via pictures, but I'm just trying to give you like a bit of context to the story. Type understand? Okay, cool. So now I'm busy on Facebook and I get a pop-up message. I click on it, and it's this guy by the name of Jim. I've never met Jim before. It was the first time of us having to talk on Facebook. We continued having to chat on Facebook, and this guy kept on insisting that we meet, and that was after I actually realized he doesn't really stay far from where I stay. So convenient, yeah. Now I feel sure I feel like a decent relationship, so that Khopolane could do with me. So back to this guy, okay? So now Mugai Jim initiated, okay, let's meet. I kept on having to delay it, guys, because there's nothing that just catches me off guard like having to do the meetup with someone that I would regard a stranger at that time. I'm very paranoid and I think too much, which is a given, which is valid as to why I would do something like that, okay? So not a problem. Jim, the conversations start going nice to a point where I'm like, you know what, why not? Let me actually get to meet with this guy. Cool, that happens, right? We get to meet up, and once we meet up, we get to have a smaller chit chat. But now, you know what? When they tell you the red flags are always there, they're not joking. The red flags are always there, but we choose to overlook them because we like the person, because we have a soft spot for a person, or because you feel as though you're doing too much of thinking when you start having to maybe point out or realize the red flags. But the red flags are always there because people, one thing about a human being or one thing about a person, they'll certainly and most definitely show you who they are. And when they do, believe them. Okay, cool. Looking back at my life, sometimes I do judge myself. I'm not gonna lie. I do judge myself. But anyways, so cool. He really wanted me like to tell him I don't get me wrong, guys. It's not the fact that I wasn't attracted to this guy, but I felt like everything was just too rushed. Understand? And I kept on asking myself how because this should be the opportunity for us to start having to learn and know each other like that. Not a problem. We chilling one time and we having like great conversation, and that's where then I start having to realize these things that I'm not so fond about. Okay, one, we different people. That at that time I was the biggest fan of the ballad session. Understand? Ballad songs, songs with meaning, songs that carry that thing, like, understand, you feel like tomorrow is gonna be a great day. You understand? You feel like you are in some barking, some fantasy where love is born, it's basking. Like, understand that? So I was, during that time of having to date this guy, I was very crazy in terms of those songs. Those were my genre. If not, le R&B ne ke rata, mara tsa di meaning. And then yeah, he was a fan of Megan Thee Stallion. First and foremost, I find it very difficult having to date someone who's feminine. Reason being, Lambona, and then feminine. I feel like we'll be bumping purses and stuff. So for me, it's a little bit tricky to can date someone like that. He wasn't feminine. He gave me the vibes of, okay, I can top you. I'm a man in the relationship. Liked it for me. Okay, sharp. So now please keep in mind with the timestamps, this is something that happened from the past. This is not current affairs. So in case you're looking at having to judge me, keep in mind, I was pretty and fairly young. Understand? Fairly, let's say 3-4 years back from my current age. So a lot does happen between that time frame, correct? So when I judge jury, omega ngani, please, and save it for inkantolo, please. So yeah, anyways, so I started having to chat to this guy. So how, okay, I'm gonna give you the background so that you also understand where I'm coming from and how this whole thing actually happened, because it's a bit pointless for me to just tell you the climax. Understand that? Okay, climax such one, so it's a little play. Like transically build up so that you actually get to understand where I'm coming from and what is it that I'm talking about. Okay, so I was pretty much of a regular back then, even now though. When it came to marketing Facebook, right? For me, I got to treat Facebook like a dating site, for the reasons that, one, I tried dating sites and they were not for me. If anything, I would constantly go cringe, especially Grindr. I think it was Grindr, or what's that other one? There's Grindr, there's Badu I tried, and then there's this one, Tinder. Oh god, when it gave me estimations and I'll get random calls from people saying they close to where I stay, cringe, listen, turn off the lights, cut the cameras, I'm not doing this anymore. What? There's nothing that I value so much like safety. Like, get paranoid to the T. Not with this life, guys. Not with this life. I won't get chance. This is not that kind of life where you can just up and disappear and go and live with that man without having to let anyone know who brave. Oh, brave. You know, with everything that's happening with people being born, abducted, this, that, and the other. Sana, please be vigilant. Plus, now we are approaching the heavy, hectic times, which is what? December. December is another month. December is another month. You understand that? Except there's more excitement. There's more. You understand that? Abantu banemali. People are bona busy. Who busy? So do not, please, darlings, please, I urge you, please be safe out there. Be safe out there, and always remember that December is just another month. So do not do things that will put you in a very compromising position, or if anything, end you up ka story most justice for, or hey, please zinakekele, and please make sure to be careful. Anyways, so as you know, I then decided I'm gonna make Facebook my regular in terms of like hookups nyana, or trying to find a soulmate, which it's a bit fetching having to search for a soulmate on social media, but I guess now that's the life right now. So as I'm scrolling, I get the pop-up message from a guy, let's call him Jimmy. I get a pop-up message from Jimmy, and just like the other people, or most of us, I decide to click on his profile and actually scroll through it, and get an idea of the kind of things that he's into and how he looks, if he's not a possible catfish or have a very heavy past, understand, like look out for the so I did that, and I got to like what I saw. The difference here was that Jim was 2 years younger than me. Yes, I have dated young, no shame in that. However, I'm gonna say this, kudos to the youngings, especially when Baba to pela house to fit some wa labor sissy no. But yeah, and if anything, when it comes to vibes, these young ones, when it comes to things like vibes, good rounds on rounds, most guaranteed. But when it comes to growth and I'll take care of you like that, forget my sister. Oba too ambitious. I get someone who's willing to even take care of you. On top of that, nja sana. Okay, cool. So I start chatting with Jimmy, right? And the conversations actually flow, but I keep on seeing something that somewhat turns me off. Jimmy constantly initiates us having to date, and this is the early stages of me having to know him. I hate rushing things like that, because I feel like even in the relationship, everything will be rushed so much that you end up having to lose the spark. I stand to be corrected, but I've lived to witness it, so it's entirely up to you how you go about the information. So that's just me, I had a problem with that, because I just didn't understand why should we rush things like that. Like, this has to be like the perfect opportunity for us to try and get to know each other. You get me? Cool. Even though I so much hate it right now, because administration the Q&A, like, what's your favorite color, what's your favorite food? You're studying and trying to learn a person. If anything, just marry or date your best friend, because wow, Guning, at least you have an idea of how they are and what you're dealing with. Guys, I'm digressing a lot, and I'm apologizing for that. Let me take you back, and this time I'll try to focus, okay? Please do not get irritated. Hi. Okay, and otlon jajang, always remember, how point so 4 fingers are looking at you, my dear. You're not doing nothing. If anything, I feel like sometimes life is the reason why certain relationships still exist. Because what? Why is my name still relevant like that? But anyways, I love it for me, Kesana. It's giving content. Okay, guys, so I'm chatting to Jimmy down on Facebook, and he keeps on initiating that we have to date. That for me was a bit, but I was like, okay, maybe he's onto something that I'm not seeing. So we then decide how we're going to meet up, and first time, obviously, we get to meet up. I initiate how we actually get to meet up close by to where I stay. We meet up outside, we have some conversation, and I'm like, I hear more cheating, there's honestly no privacy. Because why are people all up in our business trying to see what's what? Understand that, like, the eyes, I can't stand it. I hate it so much. So I was like, you know what? Let's rather go to a more private place, which is my place, with no intention of having to do anything with him. Because according to me, this has to be a first meet where we actually try to get to know each other. We have conversations are flowing. Turns out I'm not that old, so it still works. I'm not that old because I can relate to a lot of things that he's saying. Understand that? Very smart, I'll give him that. Very good looking, I'll give him that. But as time went on, I realized that we actually have differences. Even though I try to convince myself, or maybe certain things obviously I can leave to learn or learn to accept with time, because guess what? I'm actually feeling this guy. Where it gets a little bit tricky. First thing first, this guy wasn't working. This guy didn't have like a source of income, and also this guy came, I think our first date isn't like our meet up. He came, guys, sympathy card. Like he came, like, yo, you know, I'm struggling. You know like moto already. How was that? So like they leave no room for you to have or to can have any expectations in terms of what they can potentially afford you or do for you. So at first I was a bit confused. Why do you have to put emphasis on the fact that we're not like you have no income? Didn't think much of the situation, but looking back, I see it meant you have to take care of me. Sana, I don't yo, not in this time, Sana. You know, you can love a man, but if it comes down to the fact that you have to do everything in the relationship, like now, I love having to explore. I love having to, you know, go out there. Sometimes look on, and going out is mainly like going out to nice places like your restaurant. I'm not talking groove is a different chat, but those are the kind of vibes that I'm into right now. So now I can't not want to now go out on account of when you can't afford. So I never see a problem about having to cover Mumen's bills, you know. Mumenze kamukavara here and there. We go out on dates. I'm the one who's sponsoring. Get it from transport. From transport to the drinks, to the food, guys. No, and extra entertainment. Guys, that's not nice, please. I'm sorry, I'm not saying this because now I feel like I'm at a privileged like position, but it's very hard. Like it's very hard, it's very tricky. I hope mararapush and get sharp. So on that day I was like to the guy, the first day that we met, I told him, I'm like, I'll think about it, because he kept on like pestering on the fact that I have to confirm, and also I didn't get why we're rushing it. Okay, cool. Fast forward to us now going on dates, you know, still haven't said anything. Took him to the first date, I covered everything, come back, it's chilled vibes. It's nice. He's one guy that I was very much open with, to the fact that, like, to the extremes of having to record that kind of content. Which obviously we did with my phone. Am I stupid? You want to threaten me? You want to blackmail me? Like, I was never comfortable, but it was very interesting. And Snapchat, when I catch you, Snapchat will hit me with a pop-up, and I see myself doing very questionable things with this man, and I'm like, damn, I like this guy. And one of the things that I actually liked about him is the fact that this guy was very scorn. This guy was very clean. He loved himself and respected himself like that. And it was just too great to see, honestly. And he didn't mind having to constantly shave me down there. I mean, how many could? So what does that do? So obviously you're bound to miss such things or love such things about a person. He was different, if anything. Second meet, I decided to be the one to be like, okay, cool, actually, how about we actually try having to having to try to, you know, see where this thing is, thing, even though I hate labeling things because I feel like that just ruins a lot of things. If you serious kamutu, then you can label it. But if you're not a certain, like, try not to put a label on things. Just go with the flow and see where that takes you. Okay, so guys, second meet, we chilling, it's nice, we having drinks, conversation. Next thing, kiss. I pause, I look at this guy, I'm like, okay, what just happened? So the guy then reaches for my lips and kisses me there. I don't stop him. If anything, the kiss was very great to a point where I most probably made the biggest mistake of my life, which was telling him that I love him too. Kissy uwiki wano uwiki, and I give a happy wiki, no shame, can I strong. I'm very proud of myself. Hey man, can I love Van Damme, can I love Hercules, man, get happy. So sharp. I tell the guy, I'm like, hey dog, I thought about it, and this is day 2, guys. This is day 2. I'm like, I'm feeling you, and I think we have to give this a try. It's like, cool, sharp, can I see you tomorrow? Another thing that I do not like, I saw you yesterday, I saw you today, why should I see you tomorrow? Can we at least give this relationship like a bit of space? Can I have a bit of me time, understand? So that I can breathe and also see what I do with my life. Apart from having to think how my life can revolve around a relationship. We're not married, right? But maybe it's just me, guys, but I was like, we're moving too quick. Like, that was a problem for me. And it actually made sense as time went on. Okay, cool. When I started having to chat with this guy disclosed the fact that Koreana doesn't have WhatsApp. You don't have WhatsApp. This was what, 2012. You don't have WhatsApp. That doesn't make sense. Okay, but I took it for maybe he had his own valid reasons as to why he didn't have WhatsApp. Fast forward to us now doing the constant meetup. One of the days is like, to me, ish, you know, you look like quite a great person, but I'm just worried because I don't think I'll be able to afford you like that. Like, I'm not working, like a great income. Yo, prepare for poverty, baby. Nothing against guys that are unemployed. If anything, I've was there, and Lord knows to end up like I wanna send. So it's gonna come off as too rich from me should I judge. So I'm not gonna even judge because I've been in that position. My problem comes in when you're dating someone that is too comfortable, too comfortable by not doing anything that will bring them income. Like, guys, this life is very expensive. Let's start there. Because I have to feed you, I have to give you food. This is food that is put on the budget because I have to survive the weeks and the month. So I don't really like that. Like, I enjoy my company at most, but during that time I felt like my life would make more sense should I have a partner. Understand? Should I belong to someone? Should I have that, understand, that close contact? Understand that? Like, I felt for maybe like I needed a comfort of a man for my life to can make sense. Cause social media sure, mara, wow, congratulations. So obviously the pressure was getting worse and worse, and I was like, you know what, maybe I'm thinking too much about the situation. But my gut feel told me, should a person show you who they are, believe them. And I chose to go against it because why? I'm one person that constantly chooses to see the good in people, even though there's none to can find that's good about them, apart from the fact that they look good. Only if happy, I so much wish what their intentions are with you, because so So this guy tells me he doesn't have WhatsApp. Interesting. 2000 and what 2022. You try and tell me you don't have WhatsApp. Very interesting. I never had a problem because I felt like maybe he had his own personal reasons. Each to their own. Let's move on. Sharp. So we do constant like link ups. It's nice. Some days he even comes through for a sleepover. The family even knows him. Understand? Like, it's nice. And if anything, my mom would constantly remind me, like, you love love. I'm like, Mom, I love love too much. It's like, but I feel like you love love or search for it in the wrong places, because why do you attract the same pattern of gens? And looking back at my life, I'm like, my mom had a very valid point. Like, I keep on attracting the certain, like, banna badilishi, like, yo, ibadlam son, or can you feel like I'm gay? Is it because of I'm gay? Like, tell me the truth. Is it because of I'm gay that I have to encounter such experiences? It's not nice. It's really not nice. For now, we've been reduced to ATMs. Andy turned me away, please. I don't like it. So now, guys, this story is gonna be all over, but I'm very sorry. So during our link ups, there was a time when I was doing night shift, right? The whole day would go, and then this guy would not text. Maybe later on, hi babe, I was just checking up on you. I'm sure you had a very busy day and things like that. But later on, and most of the time, I was the one. This is into the relationship. Most of the time, I was the one that was now doing like a whole lot of texting, a whole lot of calling. You understand? Keep in mind, now because of love located me, now I see a need. I have to now cater the needs of a man. I'd buy him things. I'd even give him airtime top up. Imagine airtime and then a cell phone, and then has no a cell phone jwalo. How much is airtime? But I gave you like transport allowance. I gave you like airtime allowance, guys. It was a lot. Looking back and free money, because there's no way me. Cause in Jadi, I want my money. I want my money back. Give me my money. Hi man. So now you do things. One, he was a very clumsy person. Cause I remember there was a time where he spilled wine. Like wine. Like, I got it was a mistake, but it wasn't a mistake as he had said it was a mistake. Because I saw him open the tap, wine, box, and then he let it run. I'm like, Njani, until I had to yell. Like, guys, we had an awkward night that time. Another issue that I had with him was the fact that Momenza never, like, he never came. Yana Arvele, hey, I lost in bed and all of that, but he never came. But you know what? I'm gonna sound psycho for this thing that I did, but I literally like asked him to masturbate in front of me so that I can see like what's what, and he came a quick time. One round but 1 hour. Like about selfish strong. Like I'll never get that. Or learn dilo. Na never. I never guys. Like guys. Like this thing it took a timing and it needs patience. You understand that? And you need to know what you're doing. Cause why are you going there if you practice? It's not nice. It's not. It's not nice. Okay. So now that happened and I had a problem with that. And then as time went, one time knocking off from night shift, then I told him, I'm like, do you mind having to pull through? It's like, no problem, let me get my bag, then I'm like, okay, perfect. So he has everything packed in there for the overnight stay, right? Cool. He comes through and we start cuddling. As we're cuddling, guys, I'm bored. First, I told him, I was very clear with him that I'm from work and I'm very much exhausted, and I asked him, what is it that you'd like to eat? I got that. He had access to my phone because that's where I actually watch my Netflix. Great, understand. So khwagana gore na ke tshware ke borokonyana, motho already is yelling, yeah, you invited me here and when you just want to sleep. Like I will start realizing this thing, like so inconsiderate. Like this behavior that I never really fathom jwalo. Like I can't frost enough and you understand. So he would do that, and I just felt that he was just selfish for that, because I did disclose the part that I'm from work, because I spoke to you the night before saying that I'm at work. And this was during the times where I was doing like flexible hours, and night shift had to be one of the shifts that I had to do. So cool, we have an altercation on that, and obviously I decided to squash it. I'm like, you know what, please understand that I'm very sleepy, but if you can't stand it, you're more than welcome to can go home and do the business that you wanted to do. Because keep in mind, this guy was also like a student. Cool. So some days I would even allow him to come through to study. Like, not if anything, like I'm such a lover, and I'm a very accommodating and humane person. Like now, especially when I'm in love, I always find or see a need to can put the other person first. I don't know how it gets to me, but it just happens organically. So that happened, and relationship was not happening. Understand? Yes, we had our fun moments. He was a very gorgeous man, and we had really great fun. But with fun, you can't just like have fun throughout the relationship. You are going to experience like arguments, encounter differences, fights, and it's entirely up to you if you want to fix things, rekindle things like that. But yeah, it can get a lot, honestly. Okay, sharp. And then after one of the nights, what happened? I think we're talking, and then he saw that I was wearing something new, and he just felt like what's the word? He felt entitled. He felt as though now I'm supposed to every time I buy things, I have to also buy for him. I so much hated the experience of having to date someone that's not working for such reasons, because you can't even afford yourself basic needs, or at least that's what you claim to me, because the sub story obviously meant that I was forced to can understand your situation and live with you like that. But now I'm realizing, man, my pocket is running low constantly because I have to cater for this person who does the bare minimum, like literally. Okay, so one time, obviously, we're chilling, we're talking, and what did he say? So as we're sitting, he asked me, he's like, do you ever like think about things like the vacation and whatnot? And I was like, I'd love to go to a vacation, but it's more easier if you go with someone that has money, so that there's a bit of balance there. So he felt like it was a bit of a jab to him, for which it was not, to understand. So because of that, like I felt like most of the things that I would say, he would take them quite personal. And now for now, like I just didn't get it. Why would you want to take things personal like that if they come from a good heart, or understand? And I guess that somewhat opened the platform for a relationship ibe shaky. Now fast forward to the climax part. I gave you pieces and parts of what I can recall from the relationship, right? Fast forward to the climax part. We're chilling, we're jamming to music, he's dancing for me, it's nice, it's he came over also for that thing sleep over. I never had a problem. This is my man. Why would I have a problem with my man sleeping over? He comes through, changes into the pajamas. We're having karaoke night. It's nice. Brothers are risking. Let me quickly go and pee. He goes outside to pee, and his phone starts ringing. His phone starts ringing. Guys, remember my rule. I never answer people's calls. I just give you a call. I'll call out your name. If you don't respond, the phone will instantly go to voicemail. Because I feel like low-key it's invasion of privacy. I don't know. It's just me. Unless if it was a mom or dad, that I can answer. It's most probably an barking emergency. Or sister. So the phone rings. Khwagana mushimane gore a utlo re ntshona ga ntshwa e fufileng. Ka bona re mo I'm dating Jiggy China, Cause where do you get these moves, Sana? He flew, you almost broke his leg and snatched the phone from me. And I'm like, okay, what's happening? And then he quickly ran out to answer the call. So now I didn't even quite check the name. I know her name was Kamu or something when it rang. Yeah, actually I checked the name. Let me not lie. I checked the name, I said wrote Kamu. I'm like, babe, Kamu is calling. Literally that's what I said. I fly mushimani anyakolun jumpe lankwela karo woo, it's giving wrestling kesana. Kele mushimani brr kontle or phone. How talks for a good 1 hour, then comes inside the house. Ish, sorry babe, it was an Asian call. Something happened at home. This, and I have to leave. I'm like, you know what? Not a problem, babe. You can pack, you can leave. I mean, after all, it's an emergency. I get on okay, cool. He goes home and he doesn't even tell me where he's home. Keeps quiet. It's the next day. He doesn't say anything, but I see that he's online. Not a problem. So now, I then decide to address that. I'm like, how? You leave, you don't even say where you're home, you just quiet, like, babe, are we good? I don't know, we good. Yeah, then what's the vibes? I don't know. The thing is, I'm very stressed out with what's happening at home, and there's a bit of shortage of money. Yo, that's really sad. Literally, I said that. I'm like, yo, that's really sad. Because now I'm at a point where I feel like I was being used. And now it's rubbing in. Why you and you're comfortable when that's stupid. Understand that? So I didn't like that about me. Even though I loved him, I was like, no, I'm not going to allow this to go any further. Because I feel like no song advantage, you know. Get real, babe, and I'm very broke. For which I was broke, because it was meat month, and with my money I had done the things that required it better or more, right? Sharp, I'm now, oh, okay. Literally, that was the response. After that, things started being shaky. And then I tell him, I'm like, I sent you airtime and never even once had you took the liberty of having to call me. I mean, are we still really together or dating like that? It's like, yeah, baby, we are. Just that I'm constantly busy. Now it's excuses on excuses. I'm like, okay, cool. Can we link up? Can I see you? It's like, ish, today I'm busy. Now it's busy. Ever since that call came through, now we suddenly busy. I'm like, okay, cool. It's a person that suddenly now has visits. He visits extended families. I'm like, yo, umgilo, I'm born. Hamponi mshimani, hamponi. But I'm like, you know what, it's fine. Let me give him the space that he needs. Time goes, 1 week down the drain, no communication. 2nd week down the drain, no communication. I'm like, you know what, I feel like now we're just forcing things, and this relationship is really not working. You can't tell me how you're willing to go that long without having to talk to me. And most especially, you claim you love me. What part of that speaks love or resonate with love for you? Like, it's a strong sense. Like, how so I'm like, I send him a text. I'm like, you know what? I see what I feel like we're forcing things. I feel like I'm forcing you to partake or become part of this relationship, which you are the one that initiated. Pretty much unfair. But I was like, I feel like I'm forcing something that's not there. I don't know, you're most probably overthinking, but yeah, what's up? You know what, let's just end things. It's like, oh, okay, that's the response. Guess what? Upon having to discover, we ended things. This guy once gave me a number. Our number is a call number. I always called him on that number, right? Suddenly, after a breakup, when are you active on WhatsApp? You have WhatsApp. I text him on WhatsApp. I'm like, how? You have WhatsApp now? Blue tick. How? You have WhatsApp now? Blue tick. How? Oshapu, blue tick. I'm being ignored. I'm like, okay, crap. I guess this is a message. I stop texting and I continue on. as I'm sliding, obviously I'll do that small stalkerish thing. This now is currently a person that goes out and posts. He has never posted me. I never really had a problem with that because I very much believe that sometimes it's best if you keep your relationship private. The only time that I'd post pictures of me and him was on WhatsApp, which is more like a close circle. Because I don't really like having to put things out there in social media, especially my relationship. Sana soze lena la loya lena and halilo ifela litlo haliduma from khogala ke bona kotsi. Now I have to play referee because someone decided gore yana craving ya ga gone container. So now the relationship had ended, and the only thing that was keeping me active or had me have a relationship with this guy was the fact that I could still stalk him. Until one time he saw that I reacted with a heart to one of his pictures and decided to block me. Guys, it's a breakup. I felt guilty. For some reason, I felt guilty, and that's just one of the things that I hate about me. I felt so guilty. Now shifting the whole thing to, but Tshiamo, don't you think maybe you are the one that possibly messed up? I'm looking back at everything I've said and did. I'm like, no part of that was I wrong. Maybe my manner of deliverance, maybe the delivering was not really how it said or wasn't as well received as it was supposed to be, but I don't recall ever doing anything wrong. If anything, I stood to my truth and not prefer someone that communicates their feelings. Like, tell me, better sweet, communicate, show me, allow me to realize certain things that I do not know about myself. Because if anything, I'm not perfect. I'm just trying my best. And that comes with having to now introduce these different personalities about me. You understand? That's that. So if someone is going to choose to be an introvert, understand, and keep most of the things to themselves and just expect for me to act right even though I don't know what's their problem, you fucking crazy, sir. Understand? So the relationship, that's how it ended. He ended up having to block me, and I'd have some of my friends stalk him when I missed him. I even went to the extremes of having my friends, I'm sending a message, I'm and then I'm feeling I'm back. I can't write about we. Guys, Mokoaka was way advanced, but you know what? Such is life. So I know that the story was just all over. It was more of a learning session as opposed to a story time. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy it, and I hope you did like it, and please make sure to like, comment, and most importantly subscribe. Alright, bye.